Riches with John and Miss J. We're coming live from Lake Charles, Louisiana. And I tell you guys, we got a show for you guys today. Y'all get ready because we fixing to do the doggone thing. Yeah, what did I say? We fixing to do the doggone thing. That's right, from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Okay, but before I get started, I would like to bring Miss J on. So Ms. J can go ahead on and take that opportunity to bring our special guest on today. Go, Ms. J.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, everyone. Good. Thank you for joining us. And our special guest today is Sweet Pea. Her government name is Karyne Strickland. And before we get started, Karyne, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about you, and then we're going to jump into this interview.
Okay, well, hello. It's Sweet Pea. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Well, I was born in Kansas City, Kansas, but I do represent Kansas City, Missouri. I am a model, a mother, and I also host live interviews for fellow dream chasers out there.
And what I like about your podcast, the word Dream Chasers, is because a lot of people have dreams and they're all chasing them, but they're looking for a certain place to spotlight their dream. What made you come up with that idea? Because it's a great idea.
Well, actually, it came from what my husband and I do. I modeled, and he is a musician. He is a hook writer and a singer. And, when you have something that you do that's outside of the box, you don't really get support from maybe your family and friends like you would think you would. So noticing that it was kind of like you're rooting yourself on, and it's kind of hard to get other people to notice you when you're doing something outside of the box. That's where we came up with the idea of, helping other people that are doing the same thing promote themselves, shining a light on them, letting them know that you're not by yourself. We see you, we see what you're doing, and let's celebrate you. So it was just something that came from us dealing with not getting that kind of love ourselves.
Yeah, that's kind of how the concept of Uplifting Communities, highlighting people who are doing positive things that would not normally get the spotlight. So I applaud you guys for that, because that is really an awesome platform. Let's talk about some of the things. I know your husband, we've had him on the show before, and he does a lot of community work as well. What are some of the things you guys doing lately as far as the community? Because I know you guys feed the homeless and some other things. So what are the things you guys doing right now, or in the process, or maybe doing in the near future?
Yeah, right now we are, we do our giveaways, our gift card giveaways, and we offer free promotion to the people that maybe are doing something for their community, but they don't have the funds. They can enter in a drawing and then offer free promotion for us to be able to help them get the word out about what they're doing. And then we do work with artists and, help them get linked up with people in their direct company or what they're doing, so that they can get ties to those type of people that maybe they wouldn't get the connections with. So we help with that as well. Just putting a platform out there and then help them with networking by giving up our own connections.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Ms. Strickland, that's one thing I like about you and your husband is that, you guys, y'all giving people opportunities that would never get an opportunity to go on a radio show and express what they're doing. I've listened to quite a few of your shows, and I'm talking about it's good. You have some good shows.
Thank you.
I've got a chance to not meet them in person, but I got a chance to know a few people that's doing a lot of things out there, with the artists, with performing, and also doing a lot of community service work, and y'all keep up the good work, because I love it. I really, really do. And both of you all are so humble. You and your husband, Ms. J was talking about that. How y'all carry yourself in a professional manner. Y'all really humble, good people, and you just can't, I just love it.
And that's kind of like our goal, is to spread love and spread positivity, because we come from a place where it's overpopulated with negativity and, you know, people that don't really want to recognize you for what you're doing, kind of crab in a bucket is what they say.
Yes.
I don't like to refer to that because I feel like we can change.
Me too.
But we want to spread love and positivity. And we want to have, my thing was I wanted to feel like you are with family. You know, you're sharing your dreams and your passions with your sister or, you know, your friend or whatever. I don't want people to feel like I'm going to judge them. I don't want people to feel like I don't think their passion is as good as anybody else's. Because to me, it's important. It's their story. It's their dream. And I'm a part of it when I'm interviewing them. So it's very, when I say I'm excited to bring them on, it's real. Because I'm excited to push somebody and let everybody know what they have going on. That makes me feel amazing.
And you know, you made a valid point that is a lot of people that do not support. A lot of times you think your family's going to have your back, you know, and they think you are crazy. You could be doing something else, you know, or,
Right.
you know, they don't understand your vision.
Fears on you.
Yes.
You know, that's people put their fears on you. And with people, it can make you feel like, you know, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe you know, there will be a lot of people, there will be more president options. There will be more book writers. There will be more singers and actors and actresses. But there are people whose wings have been clipped by their family, their friends, you know, someone who they told their dream to and they gave them that face of, what? You can't do that? And they just let it go right there.
Yeah, you're right.
So I want to do the opposite. 100%. You know? And you have dealt with it yourself, I'm sure. Both of you are.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been around.
You know, when I told, when I was talking with someone that wanted to name no name, and I told him, I said, you know, I did everything. I said, you know, like, I need to really get my book out, you know. And I said, I've sold quite a few books, okay, quite a few. I sold over 11,000. So that's not too bad, you know. And so I said, but I got to get this word out. How am I going to do that? So I worked with a lady from Canada, Miss J know about it.
Crook.
She promised all kind of stuff. Then all of a sudden, you know, it didn't work out. And then I said, well, you know one thing, I'm gonna get a talk show. So I talked to Miss J about it. But a lot of people had told me that, man, I don't think a talk show would be really, really good, would be good for you. Number one, I have a speech problem. Okay? And so they thought that I wouldn't be able to make it because of my disabilities. You know what I'm saying? And so
I have one myself.
So check this out. We've been on air now for almost 3 years.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Can't anybody tell you what you can't do? The limit is the limit you put in yourself.
Excellent. That's right.
So if somebody else can tell you to stop, that means they're limiting themselves. Let them limit themselves, but don't let them limit you.
And you know what?
Stop what you're doing.
And you're right, Sweet Pea, because I remember people say, do you know he messed up words? I said, so? I don't care. Because this show is about being real and live. And if you can be real for real, then you are wasting people's time. You know, and I will call John and say, John, you can't do this. John, don't do that. He say, okay, Miss J. But we like brothers and sisters. He like my big brother. So if I think he's doing something super bad or super wrong, I'll let him know. I never let him do anything that's going to damage his persona, because that's not my place.
Right, and that's true love. You know, that's true love. That's what we are missing, is having love and compassion for that person, where you want to just make sure that everything is good with them, not pointing out every little bad thing, but making sure that you are highlighting the good things in them and pushing them towards good. Hey, if you're doing something that I think is going to damage you, I'm going to say something. A real friend, my brother's keeper, my sister's keeper, is going to say something. Yeah,
and he does a great job.
In your life.
And just for the record, people, he does a great job. I don't care what nobody else think or say. And so that's enough of that. And the lady he's talking about in Canada is a crook, but I will say her name, but John won't let me. But she a crook, and I'm gonna make a do not work list for Facebook. There's a lot of crooks on Facebook. That's coming too. Stay tuned.
That is a good thing, is that, you know, I feel like there are a lot of people and a lot of just with dealing with Liggity and his music business and starting the interviews. And, you know, some people say they're going to do it and then they don't show up, or, you know, you get all excited about it and then nothing happens or comes from it. There are people that particularly come for you just to, you know, kind of hit you in a way that might knock you off your game. But it's like, if I can build something up and I can start something that pushes positivity and that will come through for you, that can knock some of that negative that might happen while you are chasing your dream. Because there are people that will come and just try to interfere with you because you are chasing a dream.
That is so true. But you know what you're also doing is building self-esteem, because when somebody reassures you that you're okay, that you're not crazy for having a passion or a dream or chasing that dream or passion, that makes you feel good about yourself. That builds a positive self-esteem. And then they can take that and pay forward to somebody else. No, that happened to me. You need to do X, Y, Z. You know, so you're setting a great precedence for presidents. I can't even say the word. You know what I'm saying? You're setting a great role. Yeah, because you're setting it forth for them to pay back to someone else. And I think that's awesome. See, I can't talk either sometimes, everybody. See, I mess up too. So it's not just John.
Right. See, I have a list, and you know, I also dealt with things with the way I look, my lips, and all that stuff. So it was like, I know that I got into modeling because of those fears. It made me face them. You know, me being shy and quiet and kind of letting the husband shit do his thing, and me be behind the scenes. Me taking modeling serious was a step up, saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to do this. I always wanted to do it, but there was that fear stopping me from doing it. Of what would they think? What if somebody says I'm ugly or something about me? And just getting over that, I was able to see how free it was. And I just want to see other people be free, you know?
Yeah.
Free to be yourself. And that's why I say, do you. Because I had to learn myself to be myself.
Yeah.
And do what I want to do, regardless.
Yes, absolutely.
Didn't you won in in 2017, you won
the nomination.
Explain it all.
I was nominated. I was actually, I didn't win, but I was nominated for Best Female Model in my hometown. And just to be nominated was big for me because I had left. I started off in Kansas City, but I left and, you know, did my thing in Orlando, Florida for 2 years. So I wasn't even at my hometown modeling. I was modeling out of state. And when I came back, I just got embraced right instantly. I was back modeling. I was doing shows. I was in a couple hair shows and other shows, and I got nominated for Best Female Model. So I was recognized, you know, for modeling. It was great. It was big for me.
Yeah. That's big, though, just to be nominated. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Just to see my name on that ticket and people can vote for my name, and then seeing people actually voting for me, that was, you know, that was really big for me. It was just saying, okay, you're on the right path.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also, you was in a few music videos. Some music.
I actually did a music video, with his name is the Gemini, and he did he did a couple of songs that were off of Space Jam and the Tootsie Roll. I know you guys know that song, Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Roll. That song, he did that song, so I did or that the Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. That song, I did a music video for him.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Right?
Yeah, it's Gemini.
Yes, Gemini.
I'm laughing because I'm visualizing you tissy rolling, because I know how I tissy roll. So I'm like, okay, hey.
Yeah, so I was very excited to be in a part of his music video. I did, you know, the Hook Machine's music video, one of his very first music videos. Basically his #1 song that people love. I was featured in that music video as well. Well, that's something else I do with music video.
Oh, with Hook
Hookmaster.
Yes, that was it's called Where I'd Rather Be. Both of him and I'm in the beginning of it. We're kind of like arguing. That was my first little acting debut too. Everybody thinks that's a real argument, but that is not a real argument, okay? That was definitely not a real argument. Maybe some real topics, but not a real argument.
So you and Hookman, y'all was arguing at the beginning of the video.
Yes. And it's called Where I'd Rather Be. And it's a song about, instead of arguing and fighting or dealing with outside things, I'd just rather be in the studio. And that's what he loves to do, is be in the studio. So it was kind of like a real situation because we were arguing like, hey, I want to go to dinner. And he's like, well, I got to go back to the studio. And I'm like, what about us? And that is some real stuff that we dealt with in our relationship. But at the time, it was not a real recorded argument.
I think I saw that video.
I'm going to have to share it so you guys go.
I seen it. Yeah, that's funny. So let's talk about some of the type of guests that you do have on your show as dream chasers, so that anybody that's listening that's a dream chaser, they know that there is no limit to who you interview, or it might be a limit or what type of interviews you do. But let's talk about that. Like, what is the criteria? What is it? What don't you do, and what will you do?
Okay. Well, as far as the criteria, I'm all about showing love, and I love everybody is what I say. So there is no kind of like cut off. I did a female impressionist, a drag queen. I do that. I've done an actor. I've done an actress. I've done a comedian. I have musicians. So there is, if you name it, we promote it. It's for everyone, and it does not matter where you are. As far as like if you're in the beginning of, I want to bake cakes or I want to start this company. If you're in the beginning, we will interview you and get your promotion started. Or even if you're at the end, where you're just wanting to let people know what you have done with your career, what you have accomplished, where you have been, and just to thank people that maybe have followed your career. We do that as well. So there's no limit to who it is. It's for everyone. You name it, we promote it. Actors, actresses, company owners, community activists, motivational speakers. I've done a motivational speaker as well. I have a sister empowerment group that I interviewed her. So it's everyone. It is to promote your craft across several social media sites, because it's a social media based promotional company. That's what I do the interviews for, is our Hooked on promotion company. So there's the interviews, but there's also a company behind it where we can promote you beyond the interview.
Right.
So that's awesome. You offer a complete package.
Right. Yes, there's a complete package. The interviews is something that I do to show love, and that's always free, and that's always something I'm going to be doing for any and everybody that wants to get out there and speak about their passion. But there's a business side to it as well, whereas we have a promotional package which includes daily promotion. We do Facebook fan page boost that we offer, and that we promote it to different groups. We have over 100 plus groups that we promoted to. We offer Facebook sponsor posts where we will pay to sponsor a post on Facebook to show everyone across different places, what you have going on. So we do that on top of just the interviews. There's the business part as well.
That's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that, because that especially with someone that's just getting out, you know what I'm saying? It's
right.
It's kind of hard, and they need that help. And another thing too, you'd be surprised if there are people just starting off in a business. They don't know how to actually work it. A lot of them don't even have money to get out. I'm talking about a lot of money.
Right, and to get the word out about it. With the interview, it's free promotion. So to get the word out, you can just do an interview and talk about it. If you don't have money to do the package, you do the interview to get the word out. Hey, this is what I'm doing. Come look and see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And versus Uplifting Community Talk Show, we just talk to people, that's doing positive things in the communities. But we don't do advertisement for them. Now, we will advertise them coming on the show, but you guys are doing way more than what we doing in that aspect. Y'all actually promote them, advertise their stuff. And which
it's a promotional company. The Hook Machine. But when he was doing his music, he started, he used to promote for the label he was signed to when he was signed to Rick Ross Music Group. He used to promote for them and promote himself. Him promoting himself is what got him noticed. Him, pushing his music and doing that on Facebook got him noticed. So he took that and built the company, the Hooked On Promotions Company. And later on down the line, when I was kind of like with my mother kind of stuck, he said, well, why don't we go and do the live interviews like you were talking? Why don't we do that, get that started up? And I said, okay, let's do it. I kind of fought him a little bit on it because I wanted to stick to my modeling. But we went ahead and started the live interviews, and it was, accepted, it was received. And like I said, I got the feeling of, okay, this is the path I'm supposed to be on.
Absolutely.
And I started with the actual interview part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I know you is involved very heavily with your husband, Hookman, with what he's doing, his music and things of that nature. I would like for you to speak a little bit on that. What is he doing right now? I got a lot of people listening in, and I want them to know about Hookman. Just talk a little bit about your husband. What is he doing?
Okay, right now, the Hook Machine, he's working on his project. He's working on the Hooked On Promotions. He does the operations. So he's setting up the website right now, and he's the one that comes up with the ideas of the gift cards and offering the free promotion. So he's really putting his wholehearted 100% into that because we are building it as a family company. So he's working on the family company right now. He still does his hooks. He is offering free hooks for the month of March. So if you are interested in getting a hook from him, he is doing the free hooks for this month. All you have to do is pay the studio time. So hit him up for that. And that's what he's working on is he's getting back out there with the music, doing the free hooks for this month, and making sure he gets us up and started with our website and the business cards and the background part of Hooked On Promotions.
Yeah, and as someone who's excuse me, John, I'm sorry. Go ahead. As someone who's
quick question.
Okay, go ahead.
Did he do the Hook On Promotion business cards? I see you advertise.
Yes, the logo that was created, the Hooked On Promotion, it comes from his name. If you guys kind of see the play on that, he is the Hook Machine. So we're always saying get hooked or get hooked on the Hook Machine. That's what we used to tag and stuff like that, like get hooked. So Hooked On Promotions is get hooked on that. We're going to get you hooked on promotions too. Because you can get hooked with Liggity, he can hook your song up, or you can get hooked up with some promotions. So it's a play on his name. But that's the whole thinking and creativity. That's that man. He's a very dual-minded man. He's very creative. So yeah, that's him back there in the background working.
Awesome.
Wow.
I was just going to tap in.
Thank you for explaining that. You know why? Because I wouldn't have. I knew his name. I wouldn't have. Maybe my brain can't go that far.
Yeah, it was it's like a personal kind of behind the scenes, like but yeah, that's where the name comes from. It's a play on the name as well. Mm-hmm.
Wow, but that's very creative. I mean, that's creative. This is what I'm talking about. When you can sit down with y'all. See, you and your husband, y'all young. Y'all
just live.
Y'all got you just live. Y'all got listen. Y'all got some fresh mind. You understand that mind, and that y'all can take what y'all doing so far and so, to another level, to a level that nobody never been. Because I wouldn't have thought in a million years Hooked On Promotion was part of your husband's name.
Mm-hmm.
They rise from that. You see what I'm saying? And this is what they call new thinking. Wow.
Who knows? I don't know. Another baby might pop out of here, but we have 3 kids and counting. and he wanted something to be left to our family. And, you know, who knows if one of the kids wants to model or get into acting or wants to sing. Maybe that's not what they want to do. But with this, they can definitely grow it. They don't even have to be the ones to run it. They can still run it behind the scenes. They can have somebody else do the interview. They can have somebody else do the promotion, but it can still be their own. And they're also going to be coming along with us and doing Hooked on Promotion of Kids. My 8-year-old and my 5-year-old are going to be doing interviews of children that are also dream chasing, because they're out there too. And we don't want to leave them out of it.
Absolutely. I wanted to backtrack a little bit on two subjects, two topics. Number one, even if someone is established, they always need promotion. It is very hard to promote yourself and work your brand. So I really think that if you are already established, I don't want you to think that what she's offering is just for new people. She's including new people. But if you're established and you trying to get your brand out and you cannot work your brand, you know, as efficiently as you would like, you can work with them as well. So I don't want you to think that it's just new people.
Right, that is definitely something I'm glad you pointed out, because no, it's not just new people. It is everyone. I don't want there are no limits to who it is, because there are people that have already started and maybe stopped or took a break and want to get back to it. We're for you. You don't have time to promote. We're for you. People don't have time to go on Facebook every day and say, hey, remember I sell cake, or hey, remember I have these shirts. You know, people have outside 9 to 5. People have outside lives. So what we're saying is, you don't have time to promote your dream and your craft, but we do. Let us take on that burden for you. Let us take that on. Let us do that for you, because we love to do it. We're going to keep doing it, and you don't have to worry about that part of it. You know, it's taken care of, and it's for anyone. It does not matter where you are in your career. It does not matter. Yeah,
because that's important. Can I say one more thing, then I'll let you go? Because I had two things. Okay. And another thing, that if you are into indie music and you do need a good Hook Machine is an excellent hook master. And I say that because I've been in indie music game for a very long time, and I've ran across a lot of people say they can do hooks. But if you want a quality hook, he's the person to get one from. And I say that with sincerity. Yeah.
Right, because to him, it's his passion, it's his dream. This man listens to the music, he takes it with him, okay? When I say he takes it with him, I'm here with him. I'm his wife. He takes it with him. He sings it day and night to get the melody right, to get the wording right, to get the feeling and the vibe right. He takes it with him. He involves himself with it. So it's not going to be a passionless song. He's putting it all out there. That's why you feel his music, because he puts it all out there. He's going to take his time and make sure it's perfect.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And he's not going to knock you over the head with the pricing either. This man's been fine, and he's still not knocking you over the head.
Right? Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what I like about Hook Man?
It's
your
Hook Machine.
Yeah, I was listening at him talk one time on Facebook. And a lot of time when people have a product, well, the first thing they say that my product is the best. My product is the best. This man here gave Nate Dogg his real props. He said, Nate, there'll never be another Hook Man like Nate Dogg.
That's real, though.
He never, ever. He's very humble. He's very humble.
Very humble. When I heard that, and he just as good as Nate Dogg to me. But when I heard that, he wasn't that type of person, you understand, to say, well, I'm better than Nate Dogg, or I'm better than this person, or I'm better than that. He doing him.
Right.
That's what he doing.
Exactly.
And that's good. I like that. I really do like that.
We're all about gratitude and being humble, because we know where the blessings come from, and we know not to be arrogant or cocky and trying to stop, say that this is what we're doing this, it's all us and all this. We know where we come from and where we're going, so we are humble and grateful. And I'm grateful for you all to even have me on and have him on and let us talk and, talk about what we got going on. We're very grateful for that. And I just want to thank you all for allowing that to happen.
I love you guys.
Allowing us to be on.
Yeah, your husband is my nephew. I love you guys. You guys are great. You're a great young couple.
Thank you. We love you all too. We love you all too, definitely.
Yeah, Miss J always said, "Oh, that's my people."
Oh yeah, right. We have got to set it up and meet one time because that would just be awesome to just meet you guys in person. Because what you do is big. You having people on and us being able to talk about what we have going on, that's big. That's a part of a person's story. So just don't stop what you're doing. Make sure you keep doing what you're doing because we need that. We definitely need uplifting in the community.
We try to do our best, it's been some times to where as though, I just wanted to shut it down. We just kept going, We just kept going. We kept going. And it's getting better. But now we learn to where as though when we get bombarded, we know how to take a rest. We know how to pull back and come on back because, this is life, man. We live in a world right now that's full of stress, like you say, full of con artists, like you say, full of people, we got to deal with all of these things. People is not going to be very friendly. Everybody you meet is not going to be friendly. Everybody that you meet is not going to be legit, But you just have to keep going and keep going and just keep going. Because our goal is to try to, bring the communities back together. That's what our goal is. Just try to do as best as we can to bring the people in the communities together. And let them know that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Right. We just got to keep holding on to that light, keep pushing it, and we can change the way things are. You can combat negative with positive, and we got to keep pushing the positive. That's all that matters right now. We got to keep pushing the positive.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's so true.
I was listening at one of your videos. I think you was talking, and you was talking about what the monsters or you was talking about something.
Yeah, zombies. Right. Yeah. Yes, there are real life zombies in your life. Yes. Yes. Negative zombies. They suck the life out of you. They get that stuff on you, and then you turn into a zombie. You're trying to suck the life out of somebody else.
Wow, but the way you was saying it made so much sense. I listened at the whole video, and I said, wow, this young lady here is very, 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 very sharp. She knows because and then I got to thinking, I said, man, I met a lot of zombies in my life, Maybe that's why, all of a sudden I start going up, and then all of a sudden, bam, back down, and then you go back up, and back down, go back up. Like,
and sometimes you encounter one, and you don't even know it. They have rubbed off on you. I was saying they transfer glitter, called, zombie glitter, because if you remember, back in the day, they wore glitter, and it easily gets stuck on you. So a zombie is a person covered in that, and you can walk by them, and you might be with them for just a brief second, and you're so drained, and you're feeling down. You're like, what happened? That person has came in, and they have attached to you, and they sucked all your energy out, and they gave you their energy now. So once you recognize that they have transferred that negative energy, you got to find out how to fix it.
Yeah.
Once you recognize, and that is how that high and low, where that high and low comes from. It's because once you think about your thoughts, where are you thinking? Where are your thoughts coming from? Are they negative? Are you down to yourself? Are you down to other people? Then you need to switch. Turn that switch, change it to positive, and let that positive energy come back in your life. Don't let them suck the energy out. Yeah,
I call them energy vampires, but you call them zombies.
Yeah.
But they do the same thing. They suck the life out of you.
Because they walk around in regular clothing, and they look like regular people, but they're dead inside.
Yeah.
So they may seem like they're your regular people, but they're dead inside.
Yeah.
So they're definitely zombies. They're gone. They're not even here. And they can't support you. They can't uplift you. They can't give you no positivity. They can't help you because they are gone. All they can do is give you energy that is negative and try to bring you down with them. They try to bring you up. You know how zombies bite you and then you turn into a zombie. That's what they do. They try to get you to turn into them. They can't make you happy. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to be alive. They don't want you to live.
And there's so many of them out here.
Yeah, you don't even know.
Right, and there's a lot of them. I know now. I met one.
I thought you can tell because they just stare at you. You know, you're telling about your dreams and your passion, and you're excited, and they can't even muster up enough energy to clap for you or to say congratulations or to say like, hey, they can't even give no energy for that. You know, that's how you know.
That is so real.
That's right.
They don't even have the energy to support you.
So true.
You got to get them kind of people out of. Now, you can either try to bring them back to life, you know, by speaking life into them, or you got to cut them out because there's one or two things. They're going to either come back to life on your side or they're going to bring you to their side. So you got to decide what you're going to do.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's so true.
100% right.
So true.
There, you know, they don't know. They really don't know about this. They feel as though a lot of people think to as though, well, you know what thing? Oh, he just talking, or she just talking, or she just needs this, or he just needs this, you know. But actually, these people deep down inside know exactly what they're doing. They trying to get you on to bring you down.
Right, yeah, because, you know, they say misery loves company. Misery absolutely loves company. The energy attracts energy. If you are happy and you are, you know, feeling your higher, utmost highest, and you're around other people that are the same way, you feel good. Go into a room and all the people are crying and down, and you're happy, and you go into that room. Do you think you can keep that happy feeling? No, you are going to turn into what they're in there doing. If they're crying or arguing or whatever it is, you are going to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
So why would a person that feels down and sad want you to be happy?
Yes.
You're happy. They're looking at you and you're smiling. That's not going to feel good to them. They want you to feel like them, so they're going to bring you down.
Yeah, you got to be careful who you let in your space. Everybody is not welcome into your space. Yes, absolutely.
Right. You got to protect your energy.
Yes.
Protect it. Especially if you are a dream chaser, because that extra energy that you need is to push your dream to the next level. So you can have your 9 to 5, that's fine. But that extra energy that you need cannot be drained by an energy substance, because you're going to need that after you do your 9 to 5. You're going to need that to do your dream. So you can't let people snatch it because you need it.
That's real talk.
To get to where you're going, you need that extra little boost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, tell me something. Are you planning on doing any more modeling?
Oh, yes. I love the runway. I can't give it up. I tried to give it up, but I can't give it up. I actually have a hair show that I'm doing where, you know, I grow my hair out and then I shave it all off. Or I shave the side off or something crazy like that. So I'm doing another hair show. It's May 20th. It's going to be at the Historical Gym Theater. It's on 18th and Vine. You know where those, they have the Jazz District and the Negro League Museum. I'm doing a hair show in that same area, May 20th. And this is my 3rd year doing it, actually.
Awesome.
Something crazy.
Awesome.
So how you do that? You just get other ladies and stuff to do their hair show? I mean, to be in your on your show?
It's a barber here in Kansas City. He hosts a show every year. It's called the Show Up and Show Out Hair Show. They have different themes each year, and he is His Machine's cousin. So one year he was doing the hair show, and I said, you know, hey, I was doing my model. I said, hey, I want to be a part of it, and he let me be a part of it, and we just like together clicked, and now I do the show every year. But he has it every single year. This is actually the 6th one that he's doing. And I just come to be a part of it. So it's his hair show. His name is Alvin Spotwood. It's his hair show that he does, that he wanted to put on so that our city could have something outside of, you know, the regular drama and violence and stuff. He wanted to do something for the city. And that's what he does, is the hair show.
That's awesome.
And I'm a part of that with him.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting. And he does it at one of the most historical places in our city. So it's uplifting for our people. He has everybody come out. It's a safe environment, and they always have different crazy themes. You know, bread baskets of hair, fish bowls in the hair. It's always some kind of crazy hairstyle coming out.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And also, you do theater work. What type of theater work do you do?
It's mostly just small acting. I have not been in a play or anything like that yet, but that is something I want to do. I just did I did a little small play. It was like a little hair, basically based off of the Disney things, but it was a hair show. And it was Rapunzel, and Rapunzel comes in and then she gets her hair cut to be super short because they want different looks. So it was just something small like that. But that's something else that I do is acting, modeling, and then the hosting.
Oh, okay. So you did something like a commercial.
It was a little theater play. It was like a hair show.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we got about 3.5 minutes left on the show. And so I'm going to go ahead on and ask Ms. J to start closing out for us.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Christian Gazin. She's one of the authors that are donating books to the literacy program that we have. So I want to take a moment to thank that particular author. And also, I'd like to thank Sweet Pea. It was a pleasure talking with you. You and your husband, the Hook Machine, my nephew, are doing some great things. And I'm very proud of you guys. And, just continue to do that because you're setting a great example for other young people, because you're younger than me. So I can say young people or the younger generation that you guys matter and what you do counts. And I just really appreciate you guys stepping out and showing the young people that. If you had one positive thing to say to the audience before you go, what would that be, sweetheart?
Wake up with gratitude and be you, do you. Be who you are and do what you were put on this earth to do.
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you. And Mr. John L. Brown?
Yes, well, first of all, I want to say one thing. Right now, we are live in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And yesterday, I went to the Rib Shack. Okay, and I told the people at the Rib Shack I was going to give them a shout out. And they listening in right now. And so I was going to give them a shout out on the radio. So shout out to the Rib Shack on, what street is that? It's on Shattuck Street. And they got the best ribs in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Just like the Crab Shack, well, they got a Rib Shack. And to Miss Strickland, Miss Sweet Pea, you and your husband, y'all are the role models for all the young families in the United States. I just love it. I love what you guys are doing. Y'all are family, and y'all is getting it. And so you guys just keep the good work up. And I love y'all for that. Y'all will always be my family. Okay?
Thank you so much.
With that said, back to you, Miss J.
First of all, they're already my family, John. Okay, and I don't share. And shout out to the Rib Shack. Send some to Duval, baby. Send some to Duval. And we'd like to thank everybody for joining us this evening. We really appreciate you. And thank you for supporting us for 3 years. We're really doing this for you. And so we thank you for joining us. And until next time, peace and blessings. Together, we're going to make a difference. Have a great evening, everybody.